Number 6.
All right, 6 is another guy who's been around for a long time, and he's still competing. He's making his return to individual competition this year, and it's Scott Panchik. So this will mark his... What? You forgot about him?
No. I mean, that's a good. I think number 6 for Panchik. That's a good fit. It's a good fit.
Yeah. So Scott's got he's one of the most interesting guys to talk about in CrossFit. He's the only person inside the top 10 that has never finished on the podium at the games, but he has 3 fourth-place finishes, a 5th, and 3 sixth-place finishes, and his worst finish in 8 appearances is 11th. And that is,
wow,
pretty remarkable to say. We've already talked about each of these guys. BKG had a 26th his first year. Noah had a 15th in his worst year. Fikowski's had 23rd and 15th the last 2 years. Josh had a couple bad years. Panchik has never really 11th. Is not that bad at the games, especially if you've been there 8 times, and that's your worst finish, with all the others being 4th through 6th. Like BKG, he only has 1 career event win at the games, so it's another thing where he's kind of lacking against some of these guys. He won Fran in 2012, which was a 3rd of 3 consecutive workouts at the end of the games. There was a small field of competitors there, and Rich had already won both Isabel and Elizabeth prior to that, I think. But just can't argue with consistency over time when it comes to Scott. He's, I think he has the 2nd most CrossFit Games appearances of any male competitor ever, and his average finish is at the games is 5.75, which I think comes in at 4th best all time.
Wow, and to win probably the most iconic workout in the history of CrossFit at the games is pretty cool.
Thoughts about Scott, James?
No,
James.
Super soft. I mean, I don't like it's hard, right? Because Panchik is that guy, like you said, 5.7 average at the games, and it's like he's just solid and awesome. I don't have anything super insightful to say. He just shows up and does work. I want him to get back. I want him to get on the podium this year. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, and I guess once again, if he does add a podium finish to his resume here, especially this late in his career, that would be very impressive. Obviously, it would help bolster all of his stats as well relative to these guys. So now we've got the last 4 guys that are they're all competing this year. And I think that because we're coming off those 2 kind of weird years, and we're hopefully getting back to a more traditional one, this is a critical year for all of these guys in terms of cementing their legacy.
And I think he's the first guy on the list who owns a gym, right? He number 6. BKG, Noah, Brent, and Josh do not own an affiliate, and I think Scott does.
There we go.
Real quick question. This is a little off subject here, but did Austin Malleolo make the top 35? This is me just throwing rocks at James. He did.
Hard. Jesus, that's a hard Christ.
Rock. Oh, Jesus. All right. Would James have made the top 70?
I don't know. Maybe.
All right.
I think so because I don't think there's 70 guys that have at least 3 games appearances. So that probably alone would have been enough.